Hello, everyone. Welcome back to GameStack Podcast. It's been a long time, and we're very sorry, but we love that you are all here with us this evening. You are listening to episode 172. Well, it's GameStack Day again. I am your co-host, Vendertron, and joining me, as always, is the lovely Shalene. Hello, Shalene.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay. Tell me though, I need to know, did the groundhog see his shadow or not?
I don't
He
know.
did?
Studio producer?
Okay. The in-studio producer affirms that he did see his shadow, which means
Six
Short.
more weeks.
No, he didn't. It's a short winter, summer.
okay, he says it's the short winter one. Uh okay. We
I don't
have
believe you.
uncertainty from the in-studio producer.
I don't believe you.
Not
Does
sure
that
if it means
does
he
that
saw the
only
shadow or
apply?
not.
Does it only like work up to Puxatawny? Like anything north is like we're screwed? Is that how
I don't know. Do you guys have a different rodent, a different weather
No,
forecasting
because
rodent?
they're all dead because it's too cold and they're frozen. So,
Ah,
yeah.
okay, that's great.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
This is some pleasant radio.
I mean, we usually tell when spring is coming when the car parts start to grow out of the ground from the winter. All of the
Early
shattered
spring.
headlights and bumpers and garbage. Yeah, that's usually how we can.
Gracious. Have you seen the jokes? I don't know if these translate, but they'll say like the state flower is blooming, and it will show like orange cones.
Oh man. Well, it's good to be back. It's good to be back doing a show. It's nice to see people in the
He
chat.
did not see
Vaude,
a shadow, which means
Russo.
it'll be an early spring.
Okay. In-studio producer reports in that he did not see his shadow, which means we will get an early spring. So.
Okay, good. Bill Murray will be very happy about that. And speaking of good news, we also have a lot of good news to cover this evening. We have quite a bit of news to catch up on, actually, and we apologize for not being able to do a show for like almost a month. I'm glad that I'm glad we were able to squeeze this one inside of, so we can't, it's been a year. It's been
we're really
84
sorry.
years.
I don't know. I'm tired. I don't remember how to do a show. We're gonna see how this goes.
I mean, it's fine. We can do it in our sleep, right? So,
And
yeah.
remember the NyQuil episode?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Don't forget, the show is sponsored by Oak and Crow Coffee. If you head on over to oakandcrow.com, you can pick up a bag of We Just Love Coffee blend, and $2 from every purchase of that blend goes to the Children's Miracle Network. And don't forget to shout out to your friends about the show. Tell us who's listening. Come by live on the Friday evenings, or join us in our Chat After Dark Discord, our Discord server, which is very, very busy. The lobby channel has been quite active. I just heard that Carl Weathers died.
Yes, I'm really
Super sad about that. I seen
that.
posted that in the lobby. Very sad.
That was really a disappointment.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
who's
he
gonna
was a
be
great
mayor?
actor.
Who's gonna be mayor now in Mandalorian? Like, it's just never gonna be the same.
And Grogu's gonna be
I
devastated.
know, Grogu. Nobody tell Grogu. I mean, he probably already knows with his brain powers, but
I wonder how they're gonna address that in the show. If they're gonna kill off the character or just like say that he's unavailable.
yeah, I don't know. I'm willing to bet that they're gonna do some sort of like hologrammed thing, you know.
I don't feel great about that.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
I
Anyways,
don't know. R.I.P. Apollo Creed.
yes. Yeah. And what else is happening in the Discord, Shalene, over the last month?
Okay, friend. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've got no idea. I have not spent overly much time in the Discord recently. Um, yeah. I
Well, somebody had posted in the Zelda channel today if I had that they had listened to that last episode of GameStack, and or they were asking whether or not I got the Master Sword. So stay tuned for the later half of this show where I tell you the story about the Master Sword. But yeah, if you would like to join our Discord, how can people do that, Shalene?
You can join our Discord by clicking the link on our Twitch page over at twitch.tv/We Just Love Games. That link is live whether or not the show is, so check it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we do have a ton of news. It's also February 2nd, which means put your little hand in mine. New releases. Woohoo! And we also have a lot of news to cover. We have a large stack of screenshots and stories to share for all of you. And we have decided, Shalene, to forego with the challenge photos for this episode because...
Why would we do such a thing?
The last GameStack challenge, we asked everyone to post a screenshot of their game of the year. And you know what's coming up, Shalene?
What?
The Stack Awards.
Stack Awards?
What a better time to cover our GameStack challenge of everybody's game of the year than to include it as part of our annual Stack Awards.
The most prestigious award show in all of gaming, the most coveted prize that you can receive.
And so for those of you who are nominated, good luck. And those of you who win, you will receive your envelope of air from us shortly after the Stack Awards, which will be airing next Friday, hopefully.
What's the date? Next Friday would be the 9th?
February 9th.
The 9th of February.
Yes. So
February 9th.
Keep your ears apry for the Stack Awards next Friday. You heard it here first, folks. We also have some stocks to talk about. That has been an interesting roller coaster. And then Shalene and I, of course, are going to cover an entire month of gaming, which for me is a lot, but for Shalene is probably only going to be like 5 minutes. So
it's very little.
Yeah. Let's hop into it with this just in. Shout out to our friend Joseph Tao for continually holding us accountable and keeping the show systematically, single-handedly running by sending us the new releases and the news stories. Thank you, Joseph Tao. On February 1st, you can pick up Grand Blue Fantasy: Relink on PS4, PS5, and PC. Jujutsu Kaisen: Cursed Clash on PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S. As well on the 1st. That was yesterday, of course. And then today you will be able to get Persona 3 Reload, PS4, PS5, PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, PS5, PC, Xbox Series X and S. Then on February 6th, Foam Stars. Okay, I need to know what this is about. PS4 and PS5. And also Clem, which comes out on PC and Switch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Foam Stars is non-copyright infringing Splatoon.
Either that or like Slime Rancher.
I'm pretty sure it's Splatoon. Okay, Clem looks really interesting. A narrative-driven puzzle adventure game with a dark twist. Wake up in a world where puzzles intertwine with exploration, and you play as some kind of like voodoo doll.
Oh.
This is moderately horrifying.
I like puzzles. Puzzles are fun. And this is on Switch? Oh, I like it. Look at it. It's cute.
Is it on Switch?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, PC and
Switch. Yeah. Cute. So if you want to pick up Clem, check that out. That's February 6th. Honkai: Star Rail 2.0 on iOS, Android, PC, and PS5. Threes on PC, February 6th. February 8th, Helldivers 2 on PC, PS5. The Inquisitor on PC, PS5 as well on the 8th. And also Legendary Tales on PS VR 2, Steam VR. On February 12th, you can get Legendary Tales, PSVR 2, and Steam VR. And, my mistake. On the 12th, you can get Spell Rogue Early Access on PC. On the 13th, you'll be able to get Dragon Quest Builders on PC and Lisfanga: The Time Shift Warrior on PC. Islands of Insight on PC. Banishers: Ghost of New Eden on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X. I think
that one looks like it could be very cool.
Ultros on PC, PS4, and PS5. Fight Crab 2 early access on the PC. That is all coming out on February 13th. So that is a big day.
Fight Crab sounds like a pretty good time.
Fight Crab 2. Yeah. I don't know, but I hope that there's crabs and I hope that they dance because I expect nothing less, but it looks a little bit extreme. Let's take
a great
PetSmart
ad we've got there.
As soon as I get through these ads.
The show is not sponsored.
Okay,
that is a large crab.
It's giant crabs. It's ginormous crabs.
That one has a sword and shield, and that one it has a tractor for a face. This is amazing. Oh my goodness.
You can ride the crabs. You can
ride the crabs into battle.
Was that a lobster?
I think it was, yeah. That one's dual wielding giant axes.
This game is going to be stupidly popular. Like that.
That one has a shark. It was using a shark as a weapon. It was swinging a shark in its claw. Oh my goodness.
This is Crab Fight 2. So what is Crab Fight 1, right? Goodness.
Yes, Fight Crab. Okay, that looks like a Dark Souls boss.
Anyways.
Oh my goodness.
Fight Crab 2 early access PC February 13th. Then on the 14th, Valentine's Day, you can get Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 remastered on PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and the Xbox Series X. You can also
just for your knowledge, the first Fight Crab is on sale on Steam for 50% off right now as we're recording, and it has lightsabers in it. Lightsaber wielding crabs. That one has Mjolnir, the hammer of Thor. This is wild.
On the 14th, you can also get RZ: The Jewel of Faramore, PC, Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Biomutant on Switch, February 14th as well, and Solium Infernum on PC, February 14th. February 15th will show Played Up on Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S. I feel like that is it's like an Overcooked kind of style game.
I think you are correct.
Possibly, yeah. I kind of want to see what this is because
that looks very much like Overcooked. Except you are serving the people as well. So it's a little bit more like a Cooking Mama.
Okay, it's more
there's some restaurant management
or like the moving game. Have you played that one, Moving Out?
Yeah, I have not played it, but I am familiar.
I bet you Jess would like this game. Anyways, onward. That's cute. Mario vs. Donkey Kong on Switch, February 16th, my birthday. Skull and Bones.
Wait, what?
Skull and Bones.
What?
Skull and Bones.
I don't believe it.
Amazon Luna, PS5, PC, Xbox Series X and S, February 16th. Don't you think it's a little bit ironic that Skull and Bones, the game that I've been hating on for 5 years, is coming out on my birthday?
That is a little ironic, yeah. I think we should play it.
Well, you know what? I think they're going to have the most successful launch of the year because of all of the much anticipated waiting that we have been going through.
I think it's going to be a trash fire.
I totally think it's going to be a trash fire, but I think everybody's going to play it, at least at the start.
I'm worried. I have concerns.
I have concerns because I haven't seen any recent trailers. And anyways, good luck to the makers of Skull and Bones. I think that's Microsoft, isn't it?
Ubisoft.
Oh. The Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel 3 and 4 come out on February 16th on PS5. Recolit on PC as well as on February 16th. Madison VR and Steam VR PSVR 2 on February 20th, as well as the Thaumaturge.
I think that's
on PC, February 20th.
Trying to think of what that word means. I want to say it's like a
Thaumaturge.
Somebody who does magic like with metals. Okay, this looks interesting. Turn your life sentence into legendary fame. A story-driven RPG with morally ambiguous choices taking place in the culturally diverse world of early 20th century Warsaw. Interesting.
Speaking of war, Warhammer 40,000, Chaos Gate Demon Hunters comes out on PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Series X and S on the 20th.
I mean, I don't know if I want to know about a colon that is a chaos gate.
No. Yeah.
I
Babies.
mean,
Babies,
that's
Shalene.
some Taco Bell
Yeah,
situation
yeah.
happening right there.
Slave Zero X on Switch, PS4, PS5, PC, Xbox One, Series X and S on February 21st. Last Epoch, PC on February 21st. As well on the 21st, Terminator: Dark Fate on PC. And Myth of Empires on PC as well. Bandle Tale: A League of Legends story, PC and Switch. And then on the 22nd, Nightingale early access. And Pacific Drive, PS5 and PC, February 22nd. Corpo Nation: the sorting process. That's
The snorting process?
Well, it was Corpo Nation, so I immediately gravitated towards money and cocaine. So,
Oh my goodness. Jumping back up to Nightingale, that looks really cool.
oh really?
That
Let's
looks
take
like
a
a
look.
neat game. Yeah.
I think
It's got this very, I think we did when it was announced originally.
Yeah, did we both watched the trailer and we were like, we want to play this, right? Was that a thing?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, ads are always a thing.
I should add you to my
go.
family account of YouTube Premium or whatever it's called.
Oh yes, I remember this. Okay, so there's building. That's fun. This
I
looks
didn't know there
very
was
much
building, and I'm immediately less interested in Nightingale.
This is Ark. This is
What is
Ark.
that bag she has in her hand?
I don't know, maybe it's marbles. This is Ark. It's basically Ark.
Yeah. Seeing this bit of gameplay makes me immediately less interested in it. No thanks.
I mean, it's pretty. Okay, anyways.
Yes, stab a pig until it turns into a bone. Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay, King Arthur: Knight's Tale. How original. PS5, Xbox Series X and S, February 22nd. Sons of the Forest on PC on the 22nd. Then on the 23rd, Promenade, which is on PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X and S. Then fast forward to the end of the month, February 27th. Pixel Cross, Story of Seasons on PC.
Okay, so it's Pixel, I think, but it's not spelled with an X. It's spelled CZ. Pixel. I don't like
Inventive.
How dare you? There's this one store. It's like a thrift store in Albuquerque, and it's called Unique Thrift Store, but it's spelled UNEEK. And I'm filled with a fiery rage every time we pass. And it's on the way to the grocery store. And I yeah, Pixel Cross makes me feel the same way. Just flames on the side of my face.
Melting. Yeah. Then also we have, is it Shiren or Shiren?
It's made up, so I don't think it matters.
Shiren the Wanderer: Mystery Dungeon of Serpent Goyle Island on
That's
Switch.
quite a title.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a title to saddle a game with.
Yeah.
That is like
February
a whole
27th.
entire paragraph.
Wrath:
Oh, this looks bad.
Wrath:
looks...
Aeon of Ruin, PC, February 27th.
Aeon of Ruin, Aeon of Ruin. That's what happened after the
Dark Gate.
Chaos Gate.
Star Wars: Dark Forces remastered. Switch, PS4, PS5, PC, Xbox One, Series X and S on the 28th. Then on the 28th as well, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons remake, PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, PS5 on February 29th. And then Welcome to Paradise on PC, PS5, Xbox
Not
Series
just
X
a
and
Z,
S.
but a capital Z.
Yeah.
Unless this is a zombie game, I'm going to personally fire whoever is responsible.
Shalene, I bet you double or
It's a
nothing.
zombie game. It's a zombie game. Okay.
I bet you
Take
double
it
or
off.
nothing. It comes from the makers of Pixel Cross.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is a zombie game. So I'll allow it.
There you go. Anyways, that is the new releases for February. But wait, there's more. Don't forget, there's also free stuff. We like free stuff, right?
I love free stuff.
PlayStation Plus monthly games for February. You can expect to get your hands on Foam Stars, which we just talked about.
Yeah, it's Splatoon, but for PlayStation.
Yeah. Foam Stars is the new 4v4 online party shooter. So you use foam to build terrain, creating slippery surfaces to surf around the arena at high speeds, help defend from enemy attacks, or create vantage points to take out opponents from. You select from a quirky and colorful cast of athletes and compete across multiple game modes. Roller Drome also available. This will be on PS4 and PS5, and this is from the critically acclaimed studio Roll7, which involves a high-octane third-person shooter experience like no other. In this blood sport, Roller Drome gear up for visceral combat with fluid motion set in an evocative retro future. Steel Rising, also available on PS5. This action RPG is set in an alternative history Paris in which the French Revolution has been suppressed by a robotic army. Yes. Fight and explore through the streets, rooftops, neighborhoods, and castles, and engage in ruthless and intense fights against technological marvels that are as complex as they are unforgiving.
That
And
sounds kind
then
of fun.
Fall Guys Icon Pack, exclusive to PlayStation Plus members, will be available. I'm not going to go through the list of things for that, but Marvel's Spider-Man 2 game trial will be available for PlayStation Plus Premium and Deluxe members starting on February 6th.
Nice.
The PlayStation Plus bundle and save promotion will be available February 6th to February 14th, so you can celebrate the season of love with our PlayStation Plus bundle. When you buy 2 items, $100 in value on the PlayStation Direct, you will receive 10% off your purchase, and as well, PlayStation Plus also has a Spotify playlist, so you can check that out, where they refresh songs every month based on games inspired by the monthly games, so which I didn't know about. That's kind of cool. Amazon also up to their old shenanigans for February. Prime subscribers are getting Fallout and 6 more PC games in February through the
Which
Epic Game
Fallout?
Stores.
There have been several.
Fallout. It just says Fallout.
Oh, so maybe it's the first one.
Yeah, it may be.
The OG. Yeah, that is the OG. That's it.
Breakout Recharge February 1st via the Epic Games Store. You'll also get Missile Command Recharge February 8th via Epic Games Store. Criminal Archives: Alphabetic Murders Collector's Edition February 15th. My computer is doing some wonky things, Shalene, so if the stream drops, that's why.
Okay.
My screen is flickering, so as well, Tempest 4000 February 15th via Amazon Games app. And Blade Assault February 22nd via Amazon Games app. Gravatar: Recharged February 29th via the Epic Games Store, and that is the free games through Amazon Prime.
This Gravatar reminds me very strongly of World of Goo. I don't know if it plays anything like World of Goo, but the aesthetic is very much like World of Goo.
Last but certainly not least, Xbox Game Pass games. These are the confirmed new free titles to play in February 2024.
Presuming that you subscribe to Game Pass.
Yep. So, Xbox Game Pass is here to save the day, of course, as always. New confirmed free titles, as well as monthly editions. They have Avowed, Hellblade 2, Indiana Jones, and the Great
Avowed?
Circle.
Is that already coming out?
I guess so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I had no idea. That is the Obsidian RPG.
Mm-hmm. The new Xbox Games Pass games set to arrive in February are Persona 3 Reload, February 2nd, A New Shard on the 6th, and Played Up on February 15th. And then games leaving the Xbox Games Pass, as of February 15th will be Opus: Echo of Star Song Full Bloom Edition, Galactic Civilizations 3. And then on the 5th of January, which is already past, GTA 5 was to be removed from Games Pass for cloud and console. Yeah. And then Microsoft also addressed, I'm not sure if we talked about this previously, Shalene, but in the same article, radiotimes.com, they talked about what happened to Games with Gold. Do we want to address that as well?
We have talked about that.
Okay, so we'll just leave that then.
Mm-hmm.
So that is all of the games coming for February. I will hand the mic over to you, Shalene, to cover the rest of our news.
Okay. Well, there's a lot. There's a lot of news. We're going to start out with a little recap of everything that was revealed in the January PlayStation State of Play. And some of these reveals are pretty interesting. So Dave the Diver will be coming to PlayStation, which is very exciting. Dave the Diver is brilliant, and if you haven't played it, you should. There was a 10-minute trailer for Death Stranding 2, which I have not watched. And frankly, I don't need to watch it to confirm that it's weird. But yeah. Did you finish Death Stranding, Bender?
I haven't, no, but it's really good. I think I need to actually start it over because I think I screwed up. Yeah, I screwed up and then I never went back to it. So I have to start over from the beginning, I think. Yeah.
I think I should go back to it as well, but we both know that I most likely will not. So let's just not lie to ourselves.
It's SnowRunner but walking.
So it's Snowwalker.
Yeah, Snowwalker. The White
Dragon's
Walker?
Dogma 2 got a new trailer, and Foam Stars, Helldivers 2, and Judas. Judas is the upcoming game from Ghost Story Games, which is from the previous creator of BioShock. And this game looks an awful lot like BioShock, shocking no one. Legendary Tales. I missed this entirely and no idea what that is. Metro Awakening will be a VR game in the Metro series, which is excellent. And if you've never played one of the Metro games and you like post-apocalyptic and / or shooters, highly recommend checking out the Metro series. And if you have a VR, this is a great way to jump in. I bet Rick's excited about this. Rise of the Ronin and Silent Hill: The Short Message, which I believe is also a Kojima joint. Not entirely sure. Sonic X Shadow Generations, Stellar Blade, Until Dawn, V Rising, Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless Zone Zero. That was just difficult for me. It kind of broke my brain, all that alliteration. Yes, I feel like the real headliner here is going to be Death Stranding 2 and also Judas. But don't underestimate the power of Dave the Diver. If you do not have any of the platforms that this has previously been on, I highly encourage you to play. It's a great little game. You have any thoughts?
I don't, Shalene, honestly. I want to get through Death Stranding, the first one.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I want to get through that first.
Yeah.
So,
I am feeling a little bit underinformed because I didn't have chance to watch the entire state of play.
mm.
And I usually do before we do the show. So I also haven't read through all the news, so I have no idea what this is. Apple's $3,500 shades. The future is so bright. I gotta wear Apple's $3,500 shades. What did they do? What did Apple do,
They
vendor?
made a new VR headset.
Oh, okay. That looks
And the
very
title, the article
futuristic.
title is so damn good that we need to include it just because the title of the
Oh,
article.
that's so good. This is a gamesindustry.biz article by Brendan Sinclair. And let's have a look. Yes. So we've got yeah, this article is about many different things in addition to the Apple headset. And I'm trying to find the part that's about the Apple headset.
Apple's Vision Pro is, I'll just bring it up here.
A lot of this article is about the gaming layoffs in the gaming space, which is just ridiculous. Ah, Apple Vision Pro. Okay, here we go. So, um, Apple hired a VR expert in 2016, and yeah, it's finally here. It's finally here. $3,500 is really expensive. But it does look cool. It looks a little cooler than some of the other VR devices.
I mean, it looks more streamlined. I would say that it looks more comfortable to wear than most
Mm-hmm.
other of the clunky VR headsets. Um, but you know, I think that I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Apple wants to make a really big deal about this.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of pessimism, I think, in the industry about the uses of VR. And we know that Apple has historically sort of led the way on a lot of technology and a lot of advancements.
Mm-hmm.
Look at their Apple Watch, for example, and the smartphone, right? They introduced the
Mm-hmm.
idea of the smartphone. And so, um, yeah,
So this is interesting. It doesn't really entirely cut you off from the room around you. You can see through it.
and it's augmented as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you use hand gestures
Mm-hmm.
to control parts of the screen. So like
I
you can
wonder how
swipe like
effective it
this,
is.
right? So you
Mm-hmm.
actually, this is I think the first time we're seeing in a VR headset where you don't need to have controllers.
Right.
Your hands are the controllers, which I think is brilliant. So the new Apple Watch has hand gestures. So like
Mm-hmm.
if I get a message and I want to, you know, just dismiss it quickly, I can just pinch like that, or
Oh,
I can
interesting.
do different gestures like this to like move through different menu options.
Oh, that is
It's
so
doing things, but
interesting.
it's really handy when you're cooking and you've got like raw
Mm-hmm.
meat
And you don't want to
hands,
touch
and
the
you just
device,
yeah.
so you can use gestures instead.
So
That is
it's
fascinating.
nice to see that they included this in the headset, but that $3,500 buy-in, that's
That's so expensive.
that's American. So we're talking
It's
almost
gonna be like
5
$8
grand.
billion dollars in Canada.
Almost 5 grand Canadian. So you have
Mm-hmm.
to be basically incredibly wealthy. You have to have a lot of disposable income to be able to throw money
Mm-hmm.
at something like this, right? And how long is this hardware going to be viable for? You know, when you build
Mm-hmm.
a PC and you spend $3,000 or $2,000 building a PC, it's pretty much old in like 5 years.
Right. Right.
So where's like if you're dropping 5 grand on a VR headset, where are you going to be in 5 years with that? Are you still going to be
They are
using
making
it? I
this
don't
look
know.
very cool though, even as I am pretty skeptical of VR in general. Um, but this looks pretty fun.
I think the Vision Pro is going to,
He's using a PlayStation controller
yeah. So we have
to play a
integration.
game here.
Yeah. I think that this piece of technology may have the ability to bring VR more forward in the industry,
Hmm.
but the problem is the price. You're
Right.
only going to get users that are tech enthusiasts or people who are using it for business. So
Hmm.
graphic artists, etc. You know,
Right. Right.
but I think it would be lovely to throw that headset on instead of having screens.
Yeah, taking so much of the real estate of your room with a screen.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree.
and you could
Absolutely
take
do.
it with you when you
Completely
travel.
portable.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So I mean, it's coming along, I think, but
If it works, there's a lot of potential there.
and the other thing is I see that this person wearing this headset is tethered, um, and she's got something in her pocket. So is that the power pack? Is that a power pack maybe? Um,
I wonder if that is potentially some of the computing power of
because it
the
looks like that.
device,
It
or
looks like
if it's not
sorry.
what.
It looks like that side thing is the MagSafe. So
Mm,
I'm willing to bet that that's probably power.
interesting.
But it looks like it's Bluetooth connected with your Apple devices. So if you look at your computer screen, you can bring it up into the open. Like it's crazy. I think they're revolutionizing VR. Hopefully, we'll see more. But, anyways,
I mean, I'll never be able to afford this device, but I do think I would feel really weird about wearing that headset thing.
yeah. I mean, what do you
I don't
want? An
know.
Apple Vision Pro or Elon Musk's Neuralink?
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. Our next article is a Kotaku article by Zach Sweeson. The headline here is that over 500 studios are working on live service games, which does not surprise me, but also disgusts me. I live service games. We've talked about this ad nauseum on the show in the past. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
these games don't respect your time. These games want all of your life. And if we've got 500 studios working on live service games right now, it's un unfeasible, it's impossible that even two-thirds of these games are going to be successful in the long run. And I feel like that is going to be really bad for the industry. If we've already got layoffs on the scale that we have them now, when these games are not turning profits, because it really takes a devoted community to keep a live service game going. And there's only so much time in the day for us gamers, you know, there's only so much time in the day. We can't support this many live service games. And I think it's really a bad thing. It's a terrible, terrible thing for the
I
industry.
think it's the game industry ship barreling towards an iceberg. Um,
Hmm.
and I think that there needs to be we need to course correct, but that's going to take something very disruptive, and I don't know if
Hmm.
that's going to happen. But I hopefully things can maybe balance out. The community, I don't know. I feel like part of the gaming community doesn't want games as a service,
I think a large part of the gaming community does not want games as service.
but we all still play games as a service
Yes,
and
because that's
support
what
it.
we have.
Yes.
Because
So
all the games are just jamming that functionality
and we're
in
doing
there.
yeah, and I feel like we're just giving in to it because we have no choice. Even though we say that we don't want that. And so we're still consuming it en masse.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I
I don't
think
know.
Sea of Thieves and what's another good game that was probably decent for games as a service? Sea of Thieves was good. They pushed a lot of content. Like they've pushed so much stuff. Bethesda, Fallout 76, I think they did a really good job keeping the
Yeah,
community engaged. And a
I
lot of
agree with
that was
that. Yeah.
actually also community driven
Hmm.
completely. So, um, those are some good examples of where games as a service may be beneficial. Um, but I think it depends on the genre too. You know, like games that are story rich and story based, I mean, what's the point of having a live service?
Mm-hmm.
You know, unless you're going to publish additional content in the form of like DLC or something. But even then, just keep it as a DLC. Like, you shouldn't have to be plugged in to the
Yeah.
Ethernet all the time to be
I
able
do
to,
prefer that model of DLC as
right?
compared to the games as service.
Yeah, yeah. So, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, um, I'm trying to segue and I've got nothing.
Well, gamers have to build I think the story is here, Shalene, is that developers have to build games very quickly to keep up with the demands of the industry.
Mm-hmm. How quickly, you might ask? A Saskatchewan video game developer built a functional game in 48 hours. That is 2 days. In
What kind
two
of functional game? Are we
days.
talking like Hangman, or is it like
I Let's find
a
out
complex
together.
first person shooter?
Let's find out together. This process was fueled by sweat, tears, and pizza, the article quotes. The, of course, many games take years to put together. And this was the theme for this game jam was make me laugh. And it was a 48-hour timeline. So yeah, the game jam Saskatoon and developers got together and put these games together and they had a great time. Um, and it doesn't say specifically what kind of games were developed at this game jam. But something that I find really interesting about game jams in general is that you put someone in this position where they have a short time to put together a game, and then these often spiral and end up becoming, people will develop the game that began
Mm-hmm.
as this 48-hour game jam game, and it will turn into something bigger.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and
It's a think
I
tank.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I've been to a few of
um
those that are like research oriented. So
oh, really?
you have 12 hours or something to
Mm-hmm.
design an entire research study and blah 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 blah, or like develop a prototype for to solve some like educational issue within the healthcare system.
Yeah.
I think that's actually where that video game on autism was born out of, that we had
Right, I
spoke
remember
about in the
that.
past. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
this was a fun little story about
yeah, so the contestant Matt Weeks, he adopted a unique approach, incorporating 3D scans of himself as AI enemies in his game. And he said, "You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain." Which is reminiscent of a certain caped crusader. And then another team of design students introduced a unique concept, a reverse dating sim, where players experienced rejection.
That's brilliant. That's so good.
And yeah, it's I think it's kind of cool.
It was neat.
Check
It
that
was
out.
really neat. Okay. So Nintendo hacker Gary Bowser says that his sentence is a warning to others. This is a Video Games Chronicle article by Jordan Midler. And Gary Bowser was released from prison last year after being sentenced for his part in the hacking group Team Executor, which in 2013 began creating and selling circumvention devices, enabling users to play ROMs on consoles, including the Switch and the 3DS. Speaking to The Guardian, Bowser has said that he believes his sentence is a message to others in the hacking scene. A quote from Bowser: "The sentence was like a message to other people that are still out there, that if they get caught, they'll serve hard time." He was arrested in September of 2020 and appeared in court the following year, charged with 11 felony counts. Instead of facing trial, he pled guilty to 2 counts and offered to pay Nintendo $4.5 million. Bowser is required to send Nintendo a portion of any money he earns after necessities have been paid, so he's getting his wages garnished. "I'll pay them what I can, which won't be very much money, that's for sure," Bowser told The Guardian. In a separate civil case ruling, Bowser was ordered to pay Nintendo an additional $10 million fine for his part in selling these console mods. Um, According to the United States government, Team Executor's criminal enterprise generated tens of millions of dollars in sales and resulted in up to $150 million in losses to victims. Which
Victims? Who are the victims?
Nintendo are the
Nintendo is
victims.
not a victim.
I mean, yes, they are. It's not a victimless crime. It's
Nintendo is a multi-billion-dollar
they
corporation.
they
They're
are,
not a
but
victim.
they could have more billions without
Okay, first of all,
this.
the guy's name is Bowser. They should have just
Mhm.
hired him
Yes.
to like work for them and make great things for their company to make it better instead of like taking him to court and ruining this guy's life. His name is Bowser.
I
Again,
mean, it is pretty funny that this guy was named Bowser.
I mean, if you want to bring the moral compass into it, sure, that's fine, but like there are worse atrocities in this world.
Tim Twig in the chat says, "Oh no, my millions, help." Which, yes, I understand, but still, just because they have many millions, they have the right to earn, to continue to earn.
How
That's
many years is he
their intellectual property.
how many years is he serving?
He's out. He was
Oh,
out
he's
in
out,
2023. So,
released.
yeah,
Oh.
he served, it sounds like, a couple of years. So, but I mean, those fines are no joke. That's almost $15 million that he's going to have to pay back Nintendo, and he will most certainly die before he is able to pay this debt. So, this next one that you are have in here says it's a GameSpot article by Darren Bonthus, and it says that there are 35 video game movies in the works right now.
I know.
And this just seems excessive. And do you want to go through all of these? I
Sure.
don't.
I mean,
Okay.
we can briefly go through them, but
So, of
this
course,
do you want me to just cover this article?
yeah, go
Just
ahead.
take a break, take a load off, Shalene. So we've seen a lot of video game movies produced in recent years. The Super Mario Brothers movie took the world by storm last year, earning an obscene amount of money in the box office. Uncharted and Sonic the Hedgehog movies were also very successful. And this article is really shedding light on the plethora of new movies you can expect to see that are born out of video games this year. First one, Borderlands, release in August this year. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in December. Minecraft in April. Minecraft movie. Think of that, Shalene. And you know who's gonna be? You know who's gonna be
Jack
in
Black
that?
is going to be in this
Jack
movie.
Black is gonna
And
be
at the
in.
moment that I found out that Jack Black was involved, I was suddenly in favor of a Minecraft movie.
Yes,
That's all it took.
agree. I never played the game, but I will watch the movie. That's not true. I have played it briefly.
Mhm.
Bendy and the Ink Machine. This is a Walt Disney esque movie. This is born out of the release of the copyright for Mickey Mouse, I
Interesting.
believe. Yeah. Comics Zone, and this is out of the
That's a
Marvel
throwback.
DC world. Yeah. Days Gone. You can expect a movie that will be very good, I think.
I'm super annoyed that okay, so the protagonist of Days Gone is portrayed by Sam Witwer, who's a fantastic actor. And that's not who they cast for the movie.
Yeah, I know.
It just makes no sense to me. Why? Why
Yeah,
wouldn't you cast Sam Witwer for the movie?
I know. Same here. Okay, Death Stranding. There's going to be a Death Stranding movie. Is it going to have Norman Reedus in it?
It had better.
Because if it doesn't, well,
I feel like this is an A24 movie, and I feel like A24 is the perfect film company to work with Kojima.
oh yeah, absolutely. Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
Archon should be excited about that one.
No, he plays
Oh,
a different game than that.
something
7 Days to
Seven
Die.
days. 7 days.
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight. You can expect that one. Duke Nukem, which I think would be great. They should put Arnold in that. Just saying.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, Firewatch, which I think will be very good. I definitely want to watch this.
Interesting.
If you don't know what Firewatch is, it's about rangers going through the forest, hiking and solving puzzles and things like that. Very good. Five Nights at Freddy's sequel will be horrifying. It's like Teletubbies horror version, so that will be great. Ghosts of Tsushima, that will be pretty good, I think.
I think that would be an easy one to
yeah.
interpret into a
Gravity
movie. It's visually
Rush,
very striking.
Gravity Rush, Iron Lung, Just Cause, Just Dance, which like how
what is the Just Dance movie? There's
I don't know.
I don't understand.
The Legend of Zelda movie. So Sony has big plans to turn Zelda into a live action film.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Maze Runner's Wes Ball is attached to direct this adaptation. Martha is Dead as well. This is a Batman prequel. Or sorry, this isn't a Batman prequel.
That's the joke.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid, which I think will be cool. Mortal Kombat 2, Pac-Man. But didn't we have Pac-Man, a Pac-Man movie?
I don't think so. Did we? I don't remember it. It didn't leave a mark.
Pokemon Detective Pikachu sequel.
The first Detective Pikachu was fun.
Poppy Playtime. This is coming from the success of Five Nights at Freddy's. Portal.
Wait, what? Since when? J.J. Abrams?
Wonderfully challenging game of interdimensional puzzles, but producer J.J. Abrams wants us to know the film project isn't dead. He's still working on it. So they started actually working on filming this in 2021. Yeah. Rabbids also. Return to Silent Hill, directed by Christoph Gans. Saints Row, written by Greg Russo. The script was inspired by The Warriors and Escape from New York. And F. Gary Gray was set to direct. Sifu, which is a John Wick story. Slime Rancher, a Slime Rancher movie. I feel like it's like every game in the universe is coming out in movie form. Space Channel 5, I don't know what the heck that is, but it's giving me reboot vibes. If you could see the photo. Space Invaders, that's interesting as well. Stray is going to be a movie.
That's interesting.
Street Fighter, Streets of Rage. And that's it.
These are terrible.
I think
all of
that,
this is terrible.
This is like too much mining for money, and I mean, some of those will be really good. I actually think Death Stranding, a Death Stranding movie would be really good, but it doesn't need it needs to have a story. Death Stranding is a little bit out there, so even for this story, but yeah.
Okay. We've been going on news for a minute here. Do you want to just skip these last couple?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and hit stocks.
All right. Let's roll into the stocks. So these prices are in comparison to our last episode of GameStack, which was at the beginning of January. So it may seem like some of these stocks have fluctuated quite a bit. Sony up $7.36, closing out at $98.56. Microsoft up $43.47 at $411.22. Nintendo up $1.80 at $14.29. Take-Two Interactive at $167, up $8.79. Ubisoft down 52 cents at $4.32. EA up $1.03 at $136.64. Tencent down $2.07 at $35.29. And Roblox Corp down $1.07. And that is the stocks. There is a short article that I wanted to mention about stocks that are struggling this month, but we'll skip that and save that for later. Let's talk about the mail. Do we have any
You've got mail.
mail, Shalene?
We do have a bit of mail. So scrolling back here through the mail stack channel. Uh, I'm not sure if we've covered this one or not. This one's from Shorty0211, and Shorty says, "Hi, friends. I'm generally a WJLG lurker, but my renewed love of reading over the last year has me begging a question for everyone. What game do you wish could be turned into a book or series? Brownie points for a preferred character POV and or quest line. I think mine would be a tie for Fallout 4 from my beloved Nick Valentine's POV, or Portal 2 from the Ratman's POV. Um, I feel like I may have already read this, but we're gonna just go through it.
I don't remember. I don't think so.
It's it may just be that I read it through on the
Yeah, I remember talking about Nick Valentine's point of view, and then I think I had made a joke about wanting an ATS novel series.
Yes, I think so. And I mentioned that like the Halo book series, and so I think we did already cover this.
Okay. Any other
sorry about that.
Unopened mail?
Okay, we've got one from RTZ. Hi all, happy new year. We made it. First, I would like to publicly apologize for gifting games to people. I know gaming sometimes takes its toll on us. Also, on the same note, I have updated the list of free games on GameStack Marketplace. I will add some more shortly, including Marvel Midnight Suns.
I think that you should just go straight into RTZ's next mail.
Yes, in his next mail, he says,
of substance.
"Hello there, we made it. More like a question for everyone, and the responses to create a conversation till the show. What are your most anticipated games of 2024? For me, it's Outcast: The New Beginning, 15th March, Horizon Forbidden West to come out on PC the 21st March, or any PlayStation exclusives to come finally. Avowed, the new Indiana Jones and the Circle of Excitement game, Star Wars Outlaws, if it happens, and any tease to come out for any upcoming Fallout games or remasters. Probably I won't be pre-ordering or playing many of these games this year, but a wish list is a nice thing to have." Yes, it is.
Honestly, I need to see the lineup. Like, I need to go back through some of those trailers that we watched, and I was like, yes, because I never wrote them down. I never made a list. Should have made a list.
Yeah, there's nothing that I'm hugely excited for right now. But let's go through some of the community responses.
Sure.
Fire and Gasoline says, "I will also jump on the Avowed hype train with you, RTZ. It looks really good. Although you asked about new games, I'm also looking forward to see what Fallout 76 will do this year. I hope their plans on expanding the map will happen." Ivory Cavalry says, "Star Wars Outlaws, Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail. So far, that's it. I know I'm missing some." Green Camp says a Final Fantasy 14 X-Pack. WoW X-Pack. I don't know what that means. Dragon Quest related stuff for my brother. I don't know what else tugs at the heart yet. Sprinkles Cunha says, "Also looking forward to Cast the New Beginning and also ESO, The Gold Road. Bound to be more that come to light." And Gauss says Light No Fire, which I really hope is a 2024 release. So that is what we have from the community. There's nothing that I am hugely excited about right now. Yeah, we'll see what comes up.
You know what I'm excited about, Shalene?
What are you excited about, Vendor?
The massive backlog of screenshots and stories that we need to talk about. Are you ready for this?
I was born ready. This is my favorite segment of the show.
Quickly, before we hop into the screenshots and stories, if you want to send us some mail, post it in the GameStack channel, in the Discord, in the MailStack channel, or you can send us an email at info@wejustovegames.com. Okay, first screenshot of our much anticipated... We're covering a month of screenshots here, which is a lot. Alex posted this one. She says, "My mom just said I'm an itty bitty badass while we're twinning in World of Warcraft." Yeah.
So okay, so Alex is this tall, like drow type character with massive horns and cool bat wings. And her mom is a little bitty, little tiny lady, and she's so cute.
I love it. Oh, it's good. This next one comes to us from Taz, and he says WJLG outpost base construction begins on planet Triton with a snowstorm set in, and he's got a picture, first person, and he's got some sort of torch tool in his hand, and he's looking down at like a rover and some I don't know, structures, tunnels, and things like that. Looks real good.
Right.
This next one, also from Taz.
Oh, that's a kitten in a tree.
He says emergency services have been established at the WJLG Ranch Vineyard area with a kitty being rescued from a tree. I had no idea you could rescue kittens in trees.
He's got
Farm
a cat carrier in his hand there, and he's rescuing the kitten.
That's adorable. Yeah, the cat's in the tree. And then he also posted this follow-up photo of the fire truck.
Who came to save the kitty.
It's so cute. And obligatory sunflower post for Shalene, he says.
Yes, this made me happy. Well. This big field of sunflowers brought me joy.
This post coming in from Frankel's Konina. I have finished my first playthrough of Detroit Become Human. Thank you, RTZ13. Aw. And it is really spectacular. I need another lot of playthroughs so I can see all the paths. It has flowcharts, but this is so cool. I got a shot towards the end that has 0 spoilers. And Detroit Become Human was such a good game. If you have never had the chance to play it, the storyline is so good. It is.
I was completely obsessed with this game for at least a month.
Yeah, yeah. It was very good. Didn't you get a jacket?
I didn't. I have a Cyberpunk jacket from E3 a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This next one is from Alex and Zephyr. She says, Lord of the Rings return to Moira, and we have miners' helmets. Basically just a candle strapped to our hat.
This is so cute. Look at their little dwarves.
Yeah, it's basically just a candle strapped to the hat. If you look at, there's like a little pipe that comes down from the side of the hat, and then there's like just a candle, like a candlestick. It's very cute. And then this one as well, from the same images. She says dwarven drinking songs, and they look like they're dancing. One of them is holding a beer. Looks like a lot of fun.
That's so great.
This from RTZ13, and it is Fallout, and it hurts my eyes, Shalene. It hurts my eyes. I don't like looking at this. Maybe you can explain it, but he says, my Fallout 4 achievement run is going great. Some highlights.
Yes, he was doing the Fallout 4 achievement run, and one of the achievements is to get a certain number of arcade tickets from the Nuka-cade in Nuka World. And the easiest way to do that is using the basketball. So you get the basketball and you go and you just like crouch and uncrouch. So you're like dunking the ball. And he's doing it very rapidly. That's why it's all goofy looking.
He also
it's a pain. It's one of the worst achievements.
He also posted this one, which I think is great.
Yes.
It's I think this is the very end, is it not?
Liberty Prime.
Yeah.
Liberty Prime.
Yeah. And synths standing around. Good shot here from Daddio from Starfield. He said, it's either a sunrise or a sunset. I can't remember the planet or the system, but it looks real nice. Sounds like he spent...
It does look real nice, Daddio.
Sounds like he spent too much time in the Galactic Pub.
This is gorgeous.
But yeah, he does have some good graphics going
on. A lot of these Starfield screenshots, like they look like photographs, man.
Yeah. And this one is from me that I sent to you, Shalene, a few days ago, actually. Yeah, I'm just trying to zoom in here.
What game is this?
This is American Truck Simulator. And, I forgot to put my Elton screenshots in. I'll have to save those for
next time.
Or I'll bring them up when we... yeah, I was driving, and then I'm on the highway, and I see Albuquerque. And I was like, I have to text Shalene.
Got a street sign, take that left turn for Albuquerque.
It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, this cracked me up. When you sent me this, it made my day. I was having a kind of rough day and I was like, yeah, stop when you get to Albuquerque and I'll take you out for tacos and a margarita.
Ah, I want that so bad in real life.
Wouldn't it be so fun? We got to make that happen someday.
We do. Yeah. This screenshot,
What
which
is
has me intrigued.
this?
Yes, it's very good. This is Alex. She says Paul World cow is just hanging out on a
Oh,
statue.
okay. This
And
is one of the news articles that we skipped. Pal World has taken the gaming world by storm.
yeah.
It's like a survival game with knockoff Pokemon, and everyone's playing it.
Mm-hmm. It's
This
like
cow is
it's
so
like
cute.
Pokemon and Ark smushed together. But yeah, they've got this adorable picture of this cow, and then on the next photo, oh, I missed it. I think it's not there. I didn't include it. That's why. But then there's another photo in the screenshots and stories, and it's the cow's butt, and there's just this tiny little tail sticking out the back. It's so cute. We also have this screenshot from Zephyr. It says, "I'm still being a hooligan. She got murdered."
It says criminal activity is underway.
Yeah,
on
and
the
this
screenshot.
is also Paul World, I believe. Yeah, I need to play this. I feel like we would love this, Shalene.
I feel like you would love this.
Yeah, possibly. And then this one, Alex says he's so happy, and it's a picture of a Grizzbolt, I guess, whatever that is.
He looks menacing
sleeping.
to me.
Yeah.
I don't like him. He creeps me out.
Yeah. And then this one, more World of Warcraft from Alex. And she says, Mom wondered what Zephyr was doing and then joined in. Gnome soup. And it's a picture of Zephyr in a cauldron being boiled. This one's really cute. More Paul World pictures coming in. This one of a some sort of cat. Oh, I think I missed a bunch of these photos. I missed a bunch of Paul World photos in the screenshots. I'm sorry, I'll include them next week. But she says this is a Mao Frosty, it's called.
Okay.
And also this adorable winged creature that is, I don't know, eating something.
I don't even understand what I'm looking at.
Zephyr
it's
says
a Relaxaurus.
Yeah, I think there's another animal behind.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So this one's like a dinosaur and he's nibbling the winged thing.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Whew! Okay, that is a great fairy.
This one is my screenshot from Zelda. I finally came across the fairies, Shalene.
Yes. Tell me what you think of the fairies.
Okay. First of all, I come across this like vine thing, right? And I'm like, what is this? It's very weird. It's very unlike the rest of the world, right? I'm supposed to check this out, obviously. And I walk up to the thing and I'm like, knock, knock, knock. And she's like, psst, hey, I need some money. And I'm like, what? She's like, give me 15,000 coins. I need it because you need to save me. And I'm like, what? This woman is this person in this leaf thing is crazy. I'm not gonna give them all my money. Like this sounds so ominous. I don't trust this at all. But then if you don't give them, nothing happens. If you don't give the money, so and this arm comes out. This arm just comes out of the pod leaf thing and just takes your money, and that's it. And then she springs to life out of this fairy well. What is it called? Fairy spring?
Yeah, the Great
Fountain?
Fairies.
Great Fountain.
I don't remember. The Great Fountain.
And she's so beautiful. She's totally encrusted in gems. And there's more of them throughout the map. I almost said wasteland. Here's a picture of me with the fairy and that stupid ancient hat that I just love.
I love the ancient
ridiculous.
hat.
I feel
so
like
good.
I'm wearing a giant thimble on my head.
Oh, this is a great screenshot.
Yeah, this is at the end when you beat Ganon. I thought this was a great screenshot, as well as this one here with the triangles.
The Triforce.
Triforce. And this one of them riding off in the sunset. I just thought that was like, it was so good. It was Nintendo dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. And they just they just shored up the end of this game so well. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild was fantastic. Oh my gosh, this is so cute.
And
This is
then
another one of yours.
Apple showed up and we had tea in Animal Crossing. So
So cute. She's sitting at the table with you.
she's
You have this
adorable.
beautiful tea service. Your
So
picture
cute.
of Brewster on the back wall.
And then we have a few shots from RTZ13. He says, my end of the year, beginning of the year was full of heart-wrenching stories of synths and androids. Thanks to my Fallout 4 achievement hunt and playing through Detroit Become Human, I felt like I needed something else. It seems like the next phase of my gaming life needed pointy swords and fancy hats.
I'm for it.
He said, I found this little gem called On Guard, which is stylish, swashbuckling adventure games where you need to teach a lesson to the local militia and the governor. And here he is in his Puss in Boots outfit, standing on a wall like an assassin. And I
That
like the
cape
art
is
style.
everything.
I like the art style of this. It's almost Assassin's Creed meets Sea of Thieves a little bit. Yeah, it's interesting.
This is beautiful.
And then this other image, he's standing in this town square, and there is
They're burning
paintings
the
being
art.
burned in the background. Yeah. And then this shot, which is this is a different game. He says,
yes, this is Greedfall.
Up next is a AA gem called Greedfall, which I couldn't get around playing enough of yet, but the mood is here. It's a good mix of Witcher, Mass Effect in the new world, and this screenshot is just so good.
Yeah, RTZ actually gifted me a copy of Greedfall quite some time ago, and I have not gotten around to playing it yet. But it's been on the list for a long time. I feel like it looks like a worthy RPG.
Yeah. And this is the screenshot, presumably of maybe the main character holding a pistol and with a very high collar coat, which I love, and this hat with the feather. It's so good.
It's giving Three Musketeers this outfit.
And also this other screenshot of him standing in an alleyway. It's very good. And then his final game. He says, finally, Mimimis next and last, unfortunately. A game called Shadow Gambit, a tactical isometric game where you control a crew of otherworldly pirates to stop something even more sinister from happening. And Mimimi made the Shadow Tactics game and Desperados 3. So here is the beginning screen, which is it's giving me Sea of Thieves vibes. I love it. And unfortunately, I think the other image is way at the beginning. Let me open it.
It's okay.
There it is. Yeah. So here's the other image of him on deck. And yeah.
His pirate.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Holy moly, that was lots of screenshots and stories, but guess what, Shalene? We're caught up.
I am so excited.
We're totally caught up. And next week, we're going to cover the GameStack challenges. And if you haven't done that already, please submit your GameStack challenges for your game of the year into the GameStack challenge channel in our Discord. As always, we welcome screenshots in the Screenshots and Stories channel as well of other games that you're playing that you want to tell the community about. But keep in mind, we're not going to be including those in next week's show because we'll be focusing on the Stack Awards.
I'm excited.
That's what the community has been up to. Let's talk about our own gameplay. So I have a month of gaming to cover here. And it's actually been a really nice month. So as you know, I've been traveling to California, and I can't bring my computer. I had my laptop with me, but that's for work, so I don't have any games on that. And I brought my Switch. Last year, my partner had his Switch in California, and he was playing it all the time. And I was so jealous because I didn't have one, and I was just like playing Fun Run on my phone, and it was really tragic.
I remember. It was sad.
Yeah. And I pretended that Fun Run was a lot of fun, but really I was just trying to fit in. Anyways, I bought a Switch this year, of course, and I took it to California, and it's been very, very good. This saved me. It saved me. Oh, by the way, Tim, we were going to ask you if you want to be on the Stack Awards. Yeah, okay, bye. We'll have our people call your people. And And this totally saved me. I finished the main storyline in Zelda, Breath of the Wild. I got the Master Sword, which was so much fun, going through the Korok Forest and doing all of those puzzles. I love it. I finally learned how to actually use the special powers that you get from doing the Divine Beasts. And the Divine Beasts are so much fun. I love doing the Divine Beasts. I wish that there was more of them, but I can understand why there's only like 4, right? 5? 4?
4.
4. I discovered Skelly horses.
Yes!
Skelly
Aren't they
horses.
called Stelphos horses?
I have no
love
idea,
them.
but they're super cute. And I had one, and it was so cute. And we were just like trotting along in the world, and everything was fine. And then the sun rose, and poof, he vanished. And I fell to the ground.
It's also really funny to take one of those to the stable.
Oh, yes, I tried that. And they were like, what is that?
Absolutely freaking not.
Yeah. And I did do I did go to the castle, Hyrule Castle, and defeated Ganon. And it was an interesting experience because I sort of like stealthed my way through. And because, you know, those machines are no joke, man. Like,
they're not. They
will
tough.
destroy your day in about 5 minutes. And so I discovered that the ancient arrows work really good on those half man, half horse things that are in the towers. So I didn't have to fight those guys, which was really nice. But the machines were a bit scary. I did do the fight. So the first boss, and I was like, man, this is really intense. And then I like beat him, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was like doing a Divine Beast boss. And I was like, wow, that's it? Okay. And then it was the big boss. And I was like, oh God, but wait, there's more.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah, it was so intense. It was a very good final boss fight. I thought it was really good. Brilliant. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I really wish that I could keep that special bow though, you know, and just keep going around. But once you do that, it takes you back to your last save before you go into battle. So
yeah.
So that meant I have a lot of cleaning up to do, which means I have a ton of shrines. At the time that I had finished the boss fight, I was at about 60 some shrines. And that was when we were there in California. And it was actually the day that we found out that we were going to be staying another week. And I was like, yes, I am going to spend so much time doing these shrines. And I've been doing shrines ever since. I am at 110 out of 120 of all the shrines.
Nice.
But I'm not sure. There are shrines that you can do that are specific to the DLC. And
I think so, yeah.
I'm not sure, is that 120, does that 120 include the DLC?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so I still have some work to do then. I'm sure that there's still some side quests that are outstanding that I have to figure out as well. And
it's a total of 124 shrines according to Game FAQs, and the DLC is 12 shrines.
So it's 136 shrines? Or is it...
Okay, it says there are a total of 124 shrines in all that give you spirit orbs, 120 from the base game and 4 from the DLC.
Oh, okay.
And the DLC does feature 12 other shrines, so that's in addition to the 124, but they do not give spirit orbs.
So there's 16 shrines in the DLC.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, so I still have a lot of work to do then. Like I've got 10 shrines in the original game and then an additional 16 to do. So that's great. 26 more shrines. Let's go. I love doing the shrines. They're so much fun. The puzzles are so much fun. Yeah. I also have to continue with my exploration of the map. There are so many nooks and crannies that I haven't seen and little Easter eggs. The Korok seeds. I have so many Korok seeds. I
I
have
think
like
there are 500 of them
I have like
to find.
90.
900.
I have
There are
90.
900 of them.
I have 90, Shalene, in my pocket, and I'm going to
Hmm.
go to Hestu and I'm going to shower him in Korok seeds, and he's not going to know what to do with it.
Hestu is the best too.
It's going to be so good. Yeah, so Zelda held me over the Christmas break and in California. So did Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing was really good. I'll save that for the end. But of course, the first game I played when I got home was American Truck Simulator because I've been jonesing for some ATS, let me tell you. Um, and apparently Kansas DLC came out while I was away. And I actually haven't even had a chance to finish the Oklahoma DLC. So eventually I'll get to the Kansas DLC, but probably will be after, closer to the summer or something like that.
Oh my goodness
Um,
gracious, a wild Neptus Nile has appeared.
Ooh, throw a
Hello.
Pokeball out.
It's been so long since we've seen her in chat. How
I
are you
know. It's
doing?
very nice.
Glad to see you.
I think the best part about my gameplay hopping into ATS when I got home was re-driving some of the roads that we literally just drove on, like that week. The
Hmm.
I-10, and I'm using the Reforma map. The Reforma map is a reworked US and map in ATS that adds also the Sierra Nevadas and Mexico. And so a lot of the lower states, New Mexico, California, Texas, have all been reworked, Arizona including as well. Um, so it's been really nice to drive the I-10 between Palm Springs and Cabazon and Calamasa and the San Bernardino Valley because that's just like, it's nice.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Animal Crossing has been really great. I've been playing that. That is my morning routine. I get up, I throw the Switch on, I make a coffee, and check out what's in the store. There's been a lot of really good stuff in our stores lately. We had our first Animal Crossing Thursday yesterday, which was the first one of the year, I think. Actually, no, Shalene,
No, you and I had
you
had
and
a
I
small
had,
one.
yeah.
Hmm.
Your New Year's room is just the best. It's the best thing ever. I got to see it a second time because this time 4 Mile and Jess were there in the room as well.
Yeah, I
And
just put together a little New Year's party in there with some
oops.
instruments for the band and some snacks and places to relax and loads of confetti. Oh, this is so
Yeah, this is so this is us in all of our Elton John outfits in Jess's New
cute.
Year's room.
In my
And
New Year's room.
yeah,
Yeah,
we were trying to time it so that we could get our we're trying to time it so we could get our emotes
synced
perfect.
up. Mhm.
Yeah.
It was so cute. That was such a fun night.
Jess is all like, I guess that's why they call it the blues. I don't know.
For our audio folks, she's wearing a blue outfit and her skin is like white tinged blue. Her hair is blue, very
It's
blue.
very cute. This is me in my Elton outfit. It's very Elton-y.
And it's a white piano that he's sitting
It's
at.
so good.
So,
It's like I just want to send it to Elton John, like we're friends or something.
I mean, I think you should. I think you should. Maybe you'll be friends after you send that to Elton
Right?
John.
Right? And I accidentally hard quit out of the game, which screwed everything up. And I ended up leaving Shalene's island and I lost my Elton outfit. So I tell Shalene, I said, okay, can you just like go to the store and buy the outfit and send it to me in the mail? Because we can send each other things, right?
Of
So I wake up.
course.
Shalene's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
I'd be happy
of
to do
course.
that.
Absolutely. No problem. It's already on the way. And I wake up this morning and I'm like, mail's here, right? My little mailbox is dinging. And I go to the mail and I open up my mailbox and this mask is in my mailbox, you guys.
Oh my gosh, it's a weird like Venetian mask thing.
It's a creepy Venetian mask. It wouldn't be as creepy if it didn't have the lower half of the face with the lips. Um,
Yeah, it's like a full face instead of just the half domino.
I also love that I'm given like the side eye because it makes it even more creepy. But
I
Yeah.
sent one of these to everybody. I don't know why, but I forgot to send your Elton John outfit. And so this morning he messages me and he's like, "What the heck is this? Where's my Elton John outfit?"
I was fully expecting it to be sequins, red sequins and sparkles.
And so I'm at work when he sends me this message, right? And I'm like, "Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot to send you the Elton John outfit. Okay. Let me make myself a note and I'll do it later." So I scribble a note and then I'm working, I'm at my job, just doing office things. Like I'm the gif of Jim Carrey from Liar Liar typing. And I see this post-it on my desk, and I often write myself post-it notes. Because I have the brain power of a goldfish. And I look down at this post-it and it says on it Elton John. And I spent like 30 seconds just staring at this post-it note, being like, Elton John? Elton John? And then I finally remembered what the significance of Elton John was. And yeah, but I was really confused this morning.
And then I was like, you haven't had coffee, have you? It's just like, I'm having tea today. And I was like, well, this is what you get. So
Oh
good.
dear. That was
Yeah.
great.
Anyways, the Animal Crossing has been a real joy. I've also done some rearranging in my house. My museum is pretty much complete. I've taken most of the Christmas stuff down, but I've left a lot of the winter stuff, and my villagers are not exiting Christmas. They all have their wreaths on their doors still. They refuse to accept that Christmas is over, and I'm just going to let that happen. That's fine. That's their thing. It is Festival, though, and I did get a stage today, and I set that up.
Nice.
And I put some electric guitars and a marimba in the background and some mics, and I'm slowly building my like festival area, which is like right in the middle in front of resident services where I always put all the events. So it'll be nice. And I've started also moving villagers around my island. I'm getting the itch to redesign my island, like not just move things around, but like a major redesign. So I want to recreate the entrance. I want to recreate some of the seasides and because I feel like a lot of the back part, which I had envisioned of being like mountains, is more actually just turned out to be like wasted space.
Right.
And it's not actually being utilized like it should be. So it didn't actually turn out like I had hoped. I was hoping that I would be able to like add stuff to that top tier and keep going, but you can only go like 3 tiers up and then that's the max, right? So anyways, you can't even go up there because you get a message that says, ooh, it's too dangerous, it's too high, you can't go up there. So anyways, that's my gameplay. This weekend I'm spending the weekend with my partner, super excited about that. And I'm gonna bring my Switch. So we'll hang out and play our Switches. But I did see that Hogwarts is on sale in the Steam store. It's like 45% off. So I may pick up Hogwarts for PC and play it. That may be a thing that happens soon. But I don't even think my PC has minimum requirements. So I may just buy it to have it because it was on sale.
When you build a new PC.
Yeah. Anyways, what have you been up to, Shalene?
Well, I have played like 2 sessions of Animal Crossing over the last month or so, and I think a little, sorry, a little smidgen of Fallout 76. And we've already really covered the Animal Crossing. I decorated one of my rooms as a New Year's Eve party, and we hung out and had a grand time.
It was great.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. I really needed that last night. That was
Oh, you also got to see my new
exactly the friend
villager.
time that I
My new
needed.
villager's
Yes,
house.
yes,
Annalise.
very cute. And you also had the little new hamster with the Ellen DeGeneres haircut.
Soleil.
So cute. So
She's
cute.
adorable. Jess's Island is really coming along. She has done a lot of work. Like, it doesn't even resemble what...
Her island is she's playing a different game than we are.
She's on a different level.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's playing a different game than we are. And I just I look at her island and I feel so inadequate in every way. Uh, we love you, Jess.
It's so good.
She's amazing.
She
She's
takes it to
amazing.
the next level. She
And she's like
has,
successful at life while also doing this. If your island is that good in Animal Crossing, then you should be like in the your parents' basement covered in Cheeto dust. You know what I mean? Like you
well, I
shouldn't also
mean,
be winning at life. It's
Jess
amazing.
is very detail and process oriented. So
She's an amazing
it
person.
doesn't surprise me that her island is immaculate. But what I love
Mhm.
about it is that she's designed it in a way that I see a lot of other people design their
Mhm.
islands on Reddit. Like they
Yeah.
don't put like on an entire row of fences. They'll put like one fence and then a bunch of other stuff around it and then like some other things and a
Mhm.
wooden barrel or something and a bike and then it just kind of all fits together.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
The secret to cool islands in Animal Crossing is to make them junky. Who would have thought? Yeah.
Yeah, but I that's really all the gaming that I've been doing. And the reason for that is because I've been reading a lot of books and I have been on a book related mission. So um there are probably some of you out there who are going to understand, but there's this new book that came out this last Tuesday, just a couple of days ago, by an author called Sarah J. Maas. And Sarah has got three series, and it seems like those three different book series are going to smash together in this new book. So I decided that that meant I had to reread every book that she's written previously. And I didn't start this until well into January. And some of these books are chonky boys, they're like 1,000-page doorstop books. And I have been spending all of my free time reading these books to make sure that I'm fully prepared for the launch of Flame and Shadow. And it's been a journey. It's been really fun. I've had a great time reading these books, and I'm almost caught up. I have like three more, I think, to read before I can read the new one. So
Sarah Moss?
Sarah J. Maas, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
I love
Yeah.
when you type in House of Flame and Shadow in Google, you get little moons and stars floating down in your
Really?
web browser. Yeah.
Oh, I have to try this.
I don't even know. Like
It didn't work for me.
she must be a big deal.
Oh, there they are. There they are.
Look at this, Shalene.
That is so cool. Yeah, this woman has got like the romance slash fantasy book community in a chokehold, an absolute chokehold. And I know I am not the only person who decided they needed to do a full series reread
Maybe I
before.
need to read these books.
They're fun. She's like these books are not literature. I'm gonna just like um they are not high literature.
Oh, they're like
But
smut?
they are fun.
Are they
There is
smutty?
there's smut in some of the books. Like the
So
Throne
it's
of Glass series is
okay.
not very smutty, but there's some smut in the Court of Thorns and Rose series, especially the last one. The last one went all out on the smut.
Sex sells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, these games are not literature, and sometimes her writing is not great.
Books are not literature. You said
But
games.
her world building is absolutely gorgeous. Her
Oh,
world
really?
building is fun. Her characters are fun. I enjoy the books. So yeah, that's why I haven't played many games lately. I've been um
Have you added this
frantically
into
trying
the
to get through
books?
these
Have you
books.
added this, talked about it in Bookstack?
I have not.
Oh.
Another thing I haven't talked about is that Archin got me a little bookcase for my books in here. And because, of course, this one's very full, this one behind me. So he bought me a little bookcase because I had just stacks of books everywhere in the apartment. And like the entire bottom shelf of this bookcase is Sarah J. Maas. The entire bottom shelf. It's silly.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I while we're on the note of books, I just finished this one, Myth of Normal. by
Ah,
Gabor Mate. He's a physician, and he talks about how Western medicine is not really all it's cracked up to be all the time. I don't know.
is that interesting?
I read a lot of nonfiction,
Yeah, I do
boring stuff
too.
for
Yeah.
work, but
This shelf here is mostly nonfiction, with the exception of these. Like most of the rest of that is history and biographies and mythology and
yeah, I think
fun
I'm gonna
stuff.
give. Is it Bevel? Is that what it is?
Babel.
Babel.
Babel by R.F. Kuang.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're
give
going to
Babel a go.
really enjoy that book. It's one of the best books that I read last year, and for you in particular, I highly recommend. I think that you will vibe with that story.
I will read it. It will be good.
Yeah. So that's book stack for this evening.
Yes,
I've been like so deeply obsessed with reading this last month, and
that's
it's
good.
just taken over my life. So,
It's
and
good. I think
I've
it's
always loved books. I've always read a
yeah.
lot, and I go through these phases. We've talked about it on the podcast before, how sometimes we're just gaming all the time, and sometimes we're like, not as into it right now.
Okay. Yeah.
And the same thing happens for me with books. So,
Yeah, the Switch really changed things for me because I was heading down that path and I was
mm-hmm,
like, meh, Sea of Thieves pandemic was
mm-hmm.
kind of over. Nobody was playing hooky and playing Sea of Thieves all day. Um and I was kind of like, huh. And then I got a Switch and I was like right back into it. I can't wait
Yeah,
to play Tears of the Kingdom.
so good. Yeah, I've been so into books lately that I've been like, I should do a book podcast, but like, I don't have time to do a book podcast. I really don't. I really, really don't.
There's Raven's View, who has been on a guest on the show.
Mm-hmm.
He has a new podcast actually that we
Oh,
should
does
plug, or maybe we'll
he?
have him on to talk about it. His show is focused around narrating uncopyrighted books.
Oh, he's got a great voice for that.
Yeah, yeah. So right now he's
Yeah.
making his way through.
Do you know what
Ooh,
it's called?
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link. I think
And
I want to plug
we'll
it right
also
now so
share
that
that link in promote the things in our Discord.
it's called Raven's Readings.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can find his YouTube channel on Raven's Readings.
Yeah, I love audiobooks,
So check that
so
out. Right now, he's making his way through The Pride of the Woosters is Wounded, which is The Inimitable Jeeves by P.G. Woodhouse.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
fun.
anyways, yeah, that is Bookstack. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to talk about books, just hit me up in the Discord, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, that's pretty much a show. Wrap things up actually pretty quickly, being away for a month. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, next week will be the Stack Awards. We have confirmed that Jessica Starr will be joining us. And
Mm-hmm.
Shalene and myself, of course, will be there. We promise. And hopefully we've snaggled Tim Twig, who is currently in the chat listening live, to
He
join
did
us
say in chat that he was down.
next
So
Friday,
hopefully,
6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard, 8:30 Eastern Standard. I think that'd be 5:30 for Tim because he's in California.
yeah.
So, but we'll touch base with you, Tim, and get a plan set in motion for that. And yeah, any other plugs or announcements?
I've got nothing.
Well, the show is sponsored by Oak and Crow. Oh, look what's still up on the screen. It's the stupid mask.
I'm just staring into your face. I love it.
The show is sponsored by Oak and Crow Coffee. If you head on over to oakandcrow.com, you can pick up a bag of We Just Love Coffee blend, and $2 from every purchase of that blend goes to the Children's Miracle Network. Don't forget to share the show, shout us out, send us some emails or mail in the Mail Stack channel. We can't wait to see your Game of the Year choices for the next 6th annual Stack Awards show. And so post those in the Games Stack Challenge channel in our Discord. You can find us on Twitter at We Just Love Games. Shalene at Shalene L, myself at Vendertron N. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/We Just Love Games, facebook.com/group/We Just Love Games. We're also on Discord, of course, Chat After Dark. If you go to our twitch.tv/We Just Love Games page, where we stream live at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time hopefully every Friday, our Discord link is in the About page. So we're also on YouTube, iTunes, iHeart, Apple, Google, and Spotify, other podcast platforms. Please like, subscribe, and review. Thank you all for listening. And Shalene, what is your last word?
That's Sir Elton John to you.
Good night, everyone.